Thank you. We also would like to present signed copies of the book to all our distinguished guests on the stage. The author will be presenting it to Datuk Sri Ahmad Ibrahim.
Extra kopi.
Amoy.
And to our Datuk Menteri Besar, Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim. And another signed copy by Dr. Syed. And not forgetting our distinguished guest, Dr. Raja Kumar. Thank you. Of course, that will not be the last book we sign tonight. We will make sure that Dr. Syed Husin Ali signs every single copy before he is allowed to go home.
Karena kalau rajin, bacalah buku itu. Dan kalau tak baca, belilah buku itu. Dan itu kalau tak faham, ialah iklan sebelum program. Allow me to begin by narrating a little experience as a prisoner of conscience, which has something to do with the writing of my book. As some of you might already know, I was arrested on the ISA in December 1974, together with Anwar Ibrahim, following the hunger march of about 25,000 peasants in Petaling. More than 1,000 students and staff of the universities were arrested for demonstrating in Kuala Lumpur to support the march. About a dozen students, ex-students and lecturers, including both of us, were subsequently sent to Petaling. After 20 months there, I was taken to KL with the promise of release. Later, Anwar was also taken there and released before his 2 years was out. But I was less fortunate. I was put under structured confinement in an unknown holding center. We observed and accepted by a team of special branch operators for more than 6 months. The outcome was that I continued being guest of the room for another 4 years. Of course, combined with his period of incarceration following a kangaroo court trial that took place after his sacking, Anwar managed to break my 6-year record. In that unknown center, I was under intense interrogation for hours on end, sometimes without sleep, by a regular shift of officers, some playing kind, and some not acting, but really cruel. I experienced being spit on, insulted, slapped, beaten, or left on many occasions in my cell of 8 by 8 feet in total darkness. I'm sure the same experiences have been borne by the majority of detainees in Petaling now, some of whom have been there for 6 years and never brought back. We must remember their fate. Somehow or other, I managed to stop my tormentors continuing to spit or slap merely by smiling or offering the other cheek. I also learned to hear the sound, but not to listen to their threatening parents. Admittedly, what I found most difficult was to surmount the psychological feeling of loneliness and abandonment in the dark cell. I need not elaborate on this because they have been narrated in my book, Two Faces. Please bear with me a little bit more about the excruciating experiences in my lonely cell. One of my senior interrogators proudly said he could destroy the only thing I had, my mind. This was after I refused to be coerced into implicating Dr. Rajukumar. Yes, this Rajukumar, as a pro-communist. And more dramatically, to admit that I was the intermediary between the Deputy Prime Minister then, Dr. Mahathir, and the communist underground. Had I admitted, perhaps the Minister of Home Affairs then, Dr. Shafi'i, would make sure that he would replace Mahathir as DPM and then proceed to become PM. Then we would have a different type of problems in this country. Some people ask, why the heck didn't you admit? You could have saved us from Mahathir and now Abdullah. Of course, I would not admit to such blatant lie. Further, any admission would certainly be used as a new ground to extend my detention. I remember, for instance, Mullah Majid and Mullah Ahmad, both deputy ministers, and both detained on the ICA. They were told that if they admit that they were working with the communists, they would be immediately released. And so, they did so. And when they did so, they brought the room, entertained by the IGP then. They were allowed to phone their wives. And then, the next day, they got the order of detention for 2 years. Why? Because they admitted that they were working with communists.